All right. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Happy Tuesday, everyone out there. Welcome back to Tips from Elaine's Desk. Elaine Proby here, CEO of PROBY'S Tax and Accounting and Tips from Elaine's Desk. All right. So good afternoon, guys. We have a very interesting conversation today. This is one that is just ongoing, and most people have heard about it. A lot of people don't know all the details about it, and it is putting your child on payroll. Is it good business practice? What are the benefits? And how and when and why you should do this. So we're going to talk about this topic today. Hit like and share on this video. Very, very important information. Is putting your child on payroll a good business practice? All right. So, hey, Joan, good afternoon. Thanks for jumping in here. All right. Thank you for tuning in. Good afternoon. All right, guys, hit like and share this video, and let's jump into this right away. Lerner Smith, thank you for the hearts. I love it. Thank you. All right, so let's jump into this. So, one of the advantages of operating a family-owned business, of course, you can hire your family members, and everyone constantly hear the idea of, oh, you can put your child on payroll and you can get all these benefits. And what a wonderful thing that it is to do. So, we want to talk about some of the particulars about getting such a thing done as far as getting a child on payroll. Okay, so the first point today is the qualifications and requirements, right? So, of course, as you know, in anything else, there's rules and regulations, there's requirements and different things that you have to be able to follow in order to make this happen. Right? So is everything else. So, of course, when it's time to hire a minor, guys, you have to understand there's some labor laws involved on a federal level and labor laws involved on a state level. So one of the things that you got to be concerned about is how is any of those minor labor laws going to affect you hiring your child or minor that you put on payroll. So one of the things you have to do is make sure that you are following those rules. Some states, you're exempt as a family business from a lot of these rules. They can work however many hours in however many days. But in some states, there's these regulations, of course, that you definitely must follow. So it's not just put them on payroll and they work anytime or however many hours. You also got to be careful of what that regulation is within that state. And therefore, if you don't follow those rules, then, of course, you might be violating some stuff and it won't work. So that's one of the first things that you have to make sure that you do as far as the requirements is concerned. The other thing is that your child have to be treated as a regular employee. So there's got to be, the paperwork has to be done right. There has to be a viable job for this employee, for your child to have. You can't just put them on payroll and say they're on payroll so you can pay them. You don't have to give them any allowance anymore. You just give them money through payroll because of the tax benefits. However, it has to be a viable job that you have for the child. And I don't think a lot of people understand this. And so it's fine. You can put them on there. There's no age limit. However, the job that they do for the age has to be in accordance, right? You can't have a 5-year-old, doing a job that is not qualified to do. Of course, unless they're doing a commercial for the business. And then again, you can't have your 12-year-old getting paid as someone who has a lot of experience. So things got to make sense and they got to add up. They got to be a job description. They got to be in the right position for it and get paid accordingly, according to the qualifications and all that stuff. So it's not just putting a child in payroll, do what you want, pay what you want, and then get to write it all off. And, and that's what works. So again, there's qualifications, there are requirements, there's rules and regulations to everything. So my first point today, guys, qualifications and requirement. And so, of course, they've got to be treated like any other employee. And then again, if it is a business that's run by the parents, of course, then you can, not regulate their work time quite as much, but make sure that you pay attention to the state labor laws. All right. Hey, Rod Smith, thanks for jumping in here. Hi, bro. How are you? Karen Jones, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Thanks for tuning in. Yes. So we're talking about putting your child on payroll. Is that good business practice? This is a topic that's everywhere, all over Instagram. And I've gotten this question last week where I was asked, can you put your child on payroll and what's the benefit? So that's where we're having this conversation. So let's jump into our second point today. Second point, financial education and responsibility. How does putting your child on payroll help them education-wise? And of course, how does it help the business? And of course, what does it teach them, right? So it's a very good idea to put your child on payroll because, again, it teaches them financial responsibility, right? Your child working for you can also see how committed you are to the business, how committed the other employees are to the business. They can learn about the workforce, which is very good for them. They can learn about negotiation. If they're in a position where they see how you're negotiating with your customers, with your clients, this is something that they can also learn. And again, of course, the major thing is they learn the value of working to earn their own money. This is one thing we want every child to learn, right? Money doesn't come that easy, and it's easy for them to ask for it. However, if they have to work for it, they learn the value of working and earning their own money. In the meantime, they can also see how you solve problems, right? Because every business comes with its own set of problems. If a child is working for you, they see how you operate through those processes. They see how you solve those problems. They see how they can become a leader, because of course that's what you have to be in order for you to run and operate a business. So these are some of the qualities and things that they are educated in, and they learn as they in the process, and they see how it works. Then they get, of course, job experience, because remember, now they have to have a real job. They have to be working for the business, so they have job experience now. So when they get older, they have something under their belt that they can go out into the working world, and they have some experience. So it doesn't matter what age they are, guys. Like they say, you're never too young to learn, you're never too old to learn. So it doesn't matter, as long as they're seeing something, you're teaching them something. So those are financial education and responsibility that your child will learn as they work for you. So this is awesome. This is great. It also builds a family bond, because now that you spend a lot more time together, because they are working for you, you're teaching them stuff, then you build a bond, which is, of course, that's unbreakable. And again, it goes a long, long way, very rewarding. So that's the second point: financial education and responsibility of hiring your child and putting them on your payroll. All right. So again, hit like and share on this video. Let everyone get this information and the benefits of, again, putting your child on payroll. People hear this all the time. We're going to talk about the third point, which everybody wants to know, and that's the tax benefits, right? How are we going to gain the tax-wise when we put our child on payroll? What's the big deal about this? Everybody wants to know. Okay, so hit like and share on this video. Like and share on this video. All right, let's talk about the tax benefits. My third point today, tax benefit. Okay, so now this is the deal. So if you put your child on payroll, of course, it has to be a sole proprietorship, has to be maybe an LLC where both parents are partners in there. So it's partnership and LLC, sole proprietorship. This is how you're going to benefit tax-wise. If the child is under age 18, you do not have to pay Social Security and Medicare taxes for the child wages that you pay, right? So for those of you who don't understand this, every employee, the employer has to match the Social Security and their Medicare benefits. So when you pay somebody, you take out Social Security and Medicare out of their check, and the employer matches that number and turn it into the government. Now, as your child is an employee, and if they're under age 18, you do not have to pay, you don't have to match the Social Security and the Medicare for them. So the business, as a business owner, you save those taxes, right? So that's one way that the company is going to save money. The second thing is, after 18 now, the child, you have to pay Social Security and Medicare benefit, but any of your child over 18 up to the age of 21, you do not have to pay federal unemployment tax for them. Now, as an employer, you have to pay federal unemployment tax for every employee. This is the portion that the employer put in the unemployment pot. So when the employee becomes unemployed, when the state benefit runs out, the federal benefit kicks in, and this is where the employer has to put money in that pot to keep it going. So you don't have to put money in there for their federal unemployment between the age of 18 and 21. So once again, any other employee, you would have to put money in for them. For your child, as an employee, you save those dollars also. Okay, so those are tax benefits. Now, after 21, you have to pay for their Medicare, you have to pay for their Social Security, and you have to pay for their federal employment. So those are the benefits, tax benefits of hiring your child. Now, for the child, the good news is, depending on how much money they make, if they're under standard deduction, they don't have to file any taxes on those dollars. they don't have to pay any taxes on those dollars. So they have tax benefits as well. So depending on the standard deduction, whether that's $12,800 every year, that number changes. What that number is, if they make less than the standard deduction, they don't have to file taxes. They don't have to pay any tax on those dollars. So technically, they'll get those monies tax-free. Your business now get to write off that the money you pay them, the wages, as a tax deduction. So you pay less taxes overall. So there's major benefits there. Again, following the rules and regulation, and make sure that you're in compliance there. Everything works. If you're a corporation, an S corporation, this doesn't work for you. Got to be an LLC partnership that the parents own the business. All right. That's the third point. Very important information. Hope you guys get that. If not, you come over this video and check it out. I'm going to go back and recap these 3 points. Is putting your child on payroll a good business practice? Again, all over Instagram, I get it all the time. People calling in, asking the question. So hit like and share on this video again, guys, so everybody get this information. Great stuff, right? Good info. First point today, qualifications requirement. There's labor laws governing any minor when they work for you. There's labor laws that you must follow, federal labor laws, state laws. So make sure that you follow those regulations and make sure that you don't just give them hours and any day. Although there's some exemption as a family-owned business, but make sure you stay within those compliance and make sure that your child has a viable job description, okay, and did all the necessary paperwork. Second point, financial education and responsibility. They learn so much from working for you. They learn responsibility. They learn how to earn their own money. They learn job experience. Great, right? They see you do problem solving, all the stuff that they learn. You have a bond that you create because they're working for you. You're teaching them a whole lot of stuff. Very educational, very important stuff that they'll take with them throughout their lives. So very important, guys. Those are major benefits that their child get from working in your business, right? And the third point, the tax benefits. This is what we always want to know. How are we going to benefit from taxes? How do we save on taxes if we hire a child? We hear this all the time. Again, any age is fine. However, the job has to match the age. If they're 2 or 3 years old, they got to be doing something like maybe commercial, promotion, something that's going to benefit the business, of course, before you can put them on payroll. However, you get to write off the wages you pay for them. You don't have to pay federal unemployment taxes for them. You do not have to match Medicare and Social Security taxes if they're under age 18. And if they're over federal unemployment, you don't have to pay for them until after age 21. After age 21, you got to pay Medicare taxes. You have to pay into Social Security taxes. You have to pay federal unemployment taxes on the wages that you pay them, right? So that's the tax benefit for you as an employer and for them as the employee. If they're making less than standard deduction, they don't have to file any taxes. They don't have to pay any taxes on those dollars. So if it's $12,700 or whatever the standard deduction is, they don't have to pay taxes on those dollars. So you see, it's benefit all the way around. So all you got to know is what the rules and regulations are. And of course, you can save a lot of tax dollars. Learn to say great information. All right. So those are my 3 points today on this topic. Put your child on payroll, guys. For those of you whose company, businesses qualify, you can put your child on payroll and you can benefit because everybody wants to know this information, right? So with that said, this brings me back to, if you guys need any more information on this topic, I want you guys to go to PROBY'S.com, right? Go to PROBY'S.com, get on calendar. I'm trying to make sure that leaving the comment in the section. All right, I'm gonna make sure I'm not missing anything here today. So if you guys need any further information and clarification on this stuff, go to PROBY'S.com, book yourself a free 15-minute consultation. I'll be happy to talk to you. And if not, you can call the office at 323-290-9034. Book yourself a 15-minute consultation. Get this information. Very serious, very important. Tax savings, great benefits, you guys. You don't want to miss out on this. Hey, Angela Payne, thanks for jumping in here. All right. So that's what I want to express today. Again, if you haven't filed your taxes yet, this is tax season. We can take care of it at PROBY'S Tax and Accounting. You don't even have to leave the comfort of your office at home. We can do everything virtually, and everything can be done in the comfort of your own home or office. So, hey, learn a lot, but thanks for jumping in here. Yes, great information, important information. That's right. Thank you so much. And so you guys get your taxes done. We can help you with anything you need there. Some people usually have some consultation or questions before they file their taxes because they have questions on what they need to do. Again, we can take care of that here at PROBY'S. There's a lot of qualified personnel here that can handle that stuff. And again, if you want to book a consultation meeting with me, so go on calendar and put yourself in there, right? So Laverne Smith, thank you so much. Hey, sis, good afternoon. Thank you for jumping in here. I think that brings me to the end of this session. You guys, make sure you tune in every Tuesday and Thursday, as you normally do. Keep that your notification on and share this video. So again, I'll let you guys know about the workshop. We're doing it after the Mighty Tax Crunch, which is going to be after April 15th. We're going to have that workshop. So you guys stay tuned to Elaine'sDesk.com for that information. And there's a lot of other information there. I just shared a great blog on the Elaine'sDesk.com page. You business people, go on there and check it out. Okay, great information. All right. So with that said, I think that brings me to the end of this session. John said, thank you for the information. Thank you for jumping in here all the time. Thank you guys for always jumping in and sharing this information. I appreciate that. And with that said, I want you guys to have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday afternoon. And I'll see you guys back here on Thursday. That said, what she said, Janice, what are we talking about on Thursday? She says on Thursday, we are talking about tax deductions for renters. Oh my God, this is great. Tax deductions for renters. I know everybody does not own a home, which is fine, but there are deductions and credits for renters. So we're going to talk about what those deductions are, what those credits are. So I'm sure that everyone out there can use this information. So jump back on here Thursday at 1 p.m., okay? 3 p.m. Eastern time. So with that said, you guys have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday afternoon and take care of each other and take care of yourself. See you back here. Thanks. Bye-bye.